Today, I want to talk about something that's going to change the way you view yourself, your life, and your potential. I'm talking about your mind. More specifically, the power of your mind, the untapped potential that exists in you right now. The very thing that can shape your future and create the life you desire, if only you can learn to unlock it. You see, most of us have been conditioned by society, by our environment, and by the people around us to believe certain things about ourselves. We've been told that we're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. And we've accepted these beliefs as truth. But here's the hard truth: limiting beliefs are not truths. They are just beliefs, and beliefs can be changed. You are not your past. So many of us are stuck in old stories that we keep telling ourselves, stories of failure, rejection, or inadequacy. We allow those stories to define us. We let them dictate how we show up in the world. But what if I told you that those stories don't have to be your truth? What if I told you that the moment you stop identifying with those old beliefs, you can create a completely new story for yourself? Your beliefs shape your reality. What you believe about yourself is what you experience in the world. If you believe you're not worthy of success, you'll subconsciously create situations that confirm that belief. If you believe you can't accomplish something, your actions will reflect that doubt. But here's the secret: you have the power to change what you believe. So let's start with awareness. The first step to change is understanding where your limiting beliefs are coming from. What have you been telling yourself all these years? What stories have you been carrying around that are holding you back? When you begin to shine a light on those beliefs, you can start to dismantle them one by one. But awareness alone is not enough. You need to take action. You need to actively reprogram your mind. Every single day, you must choose new thoughts, new beliefs, and new actions. You must start telling yourself a different story. Instead of "I can't," start saying "I can." Instead of "I'm not good enough," start saying "I am more than enough." Every time you replace a limiting belief with an empowering one, you're shifting the trajectory of your life. And here's the key to all of this: you are in control. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it's also your greatest limitation if you let it run on autopilot. You get to decide which beliefs you adopt. You get to decide how you show up in this world. And no matter what has happened in the past, you have the power to create a future that aligns with the person you know you're meant to be. Success doesn't just come from believing, it comes from doing. The mind is powerful, but without action, it's just a dream. You have to take consistent, focused steps toward your goals, even when fear tries to hold you back. It's not enough to think about success, you must act in alignment with your thoughts. When you combine the power of belief with action, you unlock the magic of transformation. So ask yourself, what's the next step? What's one thing you can do today that will move you closer to your dream? Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it may never come. The moment to act is always now. And as you take that step, remind yourself that you are not just capable, you are unstoppable. You have been given everything you need to succeed. It's all within you. Your potential is limitless. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the belief that you can't have it. Kill those limiting beliefs and start unlocking the secret power of your mind. It's time to take control of your story and step into the greatness that is already yours. The power of the mind is limitless because it holds the key to shaping our reality. Our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions create the framework through which we experience the world. The mind is not confined by physical boundaries or external limitations. It is capable of envisioning possibilities that far exceed the constraints of our current circumstances. The mind can dream of success, wealth, health, and fulfillment, but more importantly, it has the ability to manifest those dreams into reality through focused intention and action. What makes the mind limitless is its ability to adapt, learn, and grow. It can reprogram itself, creating new neural pathways and strengthening connections that enable us to achieve things we once thought impossible. Your brain has the incredible capacity to transform, given the right mindset and consistent effort. It doesn't matter where you come from or what obstacles you face, the mind has the potential to overcome them. The key to unlocking the mind's full potential lies in recognizing its inherent power and learning to direct it toward positive, empowering beliefs. By shifting our thoughts from limitations to possibilities, we can break free from self-imposed barriers. The mind has no real boundaries except the ones we place upon it. It's a tool that, when harnessed correctly, can propel us toward extraordinary achievements and open doors to opportunities that we once thought were out of reach. There is no limit to what you can achieve once you truly realize the power that lies within your mind. Limiting beliefs are not inherent, they are learned over time through various experiences and influences. From a young age, we absorb messages from our family, teachers, peers, and society about what is possible and what is not. These messages often come in the form of subtle comments, cultural norms, or even well-meaning advice that unintentionally reinforces self-doubt. As we grow, we internalize these ideas and they shape our perceptions of ourselves and the world. A comment like "people like us don't succeed" or "money doesn't grow on trees" may seem innocent, but if repeated enough, it becomes a core belief that holds us back. The media and societal expectations also play a significant role in reinforcing limiting beliefs. We are constantly bombarded with images and messages that suggest what success, beauty, or happiness should look like, and when we fall short of those ideals, we internalize the idea that something is wrong with us. These beliefs are often based on comparisons to others, on what we perceive to be acceptable or achievable in our environment. However, the powerful realization is that since these beliefs are learned, they can also be unlearned. What we believe about ourselves and our potential is not fixed, it is a result of the conditioning we've received. Once we identify the limiting beliefs we've adopted, we can actively challenge and replace them with empowering beliefs that open up new possibilities. You are not your past, and your past does not have to define your future. Too often we allow our history, whether it's past failures, mistakes, or circumstances, to shape how we view ourselves today. We attach ourselves to the narrative of what has happened to us, and we believe that this story dictates what is possible for us going forward. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Your past is just that, the past. It holds lessons, but it does not hold power over your future unless you give it that power. The truth is that every single day offers you a fresh opportunity to reinvent yourself. Who you were yesterday or even last year does not limit who you can become tomorrow. When we hold on to past experiences, we often create a self-imposed prison, believing that because something didn't work out in the past, it won't work out in the future. This mindset restricts us from moving forward and embracing new possibilities. But when you realize that your past is merely a collection of moments that no longer exist, you free yourself to step into a new identity, one that is not bound by prior mistakes, judgments, or setbacks. People who have achieved extraordinary success often had tumultuous pasts. What made the difference was not the past itself, but their ability to leave it behind, to see themselves as separate from it, and to focus on what they could do right now. Every moment is an opportunity to change direction and create a new version of yourself, unencumbered by the weight of previous experiences. Your beliefs shape your reality because they act as the lens through which you perceive and interact with the world. What you believe about yourself, others, and the world around you directly influences the choices you make, the actions you take, and ultimately the life you experience. If you believe that success is difficult or unattainable, you are less likely to take bold actions, make decisions that lead to growth, or even recognize opportunities when they arise. On the other hand, if you believe that success is possible for you and that you are worthy of achieving it, you'll be more motivated, persistent, and open to seizing new opportunities. Your beliefs, whether conscious or unconscious, set the boundaries of what you think is possible. For instance, someone who believes they're not good enough for a promotion will subconsciously limit their efforts in that direction, perhaps not speaking up in meetings, avoiding taking on new responsibilities, or even downplaying their accomplishments. Their belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Likewise, the beliefs you hold about others shape your relationships. If you believe people are generally trustworthy, you're more likely to create positive and meaningful connections. But if you believe others are untrustworthy or out to take advantage of you, you will find yourself in situations that confirm those beliefs. The world doesn't change to fit your beliefs, rather, your beliefs shape how you interpret and respond to the world. When you change your beliefs, you shift your entire experience of reality. The stories we tell ourselves are the narratives that shape our identity and guide our actions. These stories, often formed from past experiences, beliefs, and societal influences, dictate how we perceive the world and our place in it. They act as internal scripts guiding us through daily life, but many of these stories are based on limiting assumptions that keep us stuck in patterns of self-doubt, fear, or complacency. For example, you might tell yourself that you're not good enough to achieve a certain goal, or that success is reserved for people who are luckier or more talented. These stories, though not necessarily true, become the lens through which we view ourselves and our potential. What's important to understand is that these stories are not fixed truths. They are simply beliefs we've internalized over time, and most of them can be rewritten. The power of storytelling lies in the fact that we can choose to change the narrative. Instead of telling yourself that you're not capable or worthy, you can choose to tell a story of resilience, growth, and possibility. When we shift the way we talk to ourselves, we begin to shift how we show up in the world. The stories we tell ourselves are so powerful because they influence not only our mindset, but also our behavior. They determine whether we take risks or play it safe, whether we persist in the face of obstacles or give up. The more you become aware of these stories, the more control you have over rewriting them to align with the person you want to become. The key to transformation is awareness because it is the first step toward change. Without awareness, we are simply operating on autopilot, repeating patterns and behaviors that may no longer serve us or are holding us back. We move through life reacting to circumstances without fully understanding why we do what we do or how our thoughts and actions are shaping our experiences. Awareness brings clarity, and with clarity comes the ability to make conscious choices. It allows us to recognize the limiting beliefs, old habits, and unproductive patterns that we have been living with for years. When you become aware of what is driving you, whether it's fear, past trauma, or self-doubt, you gain the power to choose a new path. Awareness is not just about recognizing negative patterns, but also about understanding your strengths and potential. It gives you the insight to see where you are in relation to where you want to be. This understanding creates a foundation from which true transformation can begin. Awareness also helps you break free from the cycle of unconscious living, where old habits dictate your actions. It is the moment you realize that the thoughts you've been holding on to are not truths, but choices. Once you gain awareness, you can begin to change your mindset, shift your perspective, and choose behaviors that align with your goals. Only when you are truly aware can you create the space for new, empowering actions that move you forward into the person you are meant to become. You are in control of your life, your thoughts, and your destiny. This truth is one of the most empowering realizations you can have. So often we feel like victims of circumstances, believing that our environment, other people, or even our past dictate the course of our lives. But the reality is that you are the one who has the power to choose how you respond to any situation. You control your mindset, your reactions, and your decisions. The idea that you are in control is liberating. It means you are not at the mercy of external factors or other people's actions. When you realize this, you understand that your circumstances, however difficult, do not have to define you. Instead, you can choose how you rise above them. Whether you're facing setbacks, challenges, or opportunities, the power lies in how you choose to interpret and respond to each moment. Your thoughts and beliefs shape your actions, and you are the one who controls what you think. Negative thoughts or limiting beliefs may arise, but they do not have to dictate your behavior. You have the power to replace them with positive, empowering beliefs that serve your growth and success. Every moment is an opportunity to take control, to decide your mindset, to change your story, and to move forward with purpose. When you accept that you are in control, you step into your full potential. You realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. You become the architect of your own reality. Reprogramming your mind for success is about shifting your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. It involves consciously changing the way you think, act, and approach challenges in order to align your mental patterns with your goals. The human mind is incredibly powerful, but it operates on patterns, many of which are unconscious and shaped by past experiences, fears, and societal conditioning. These patterns can sometimes hold us back, leading us to doubt ourselves or settle for less than we're capable of. Reprogramming is the process of changing these mental programs to support your aspirations. To reprogram your mind for success, the first step is awareness. Recognizing the negative thought patterns, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs that are sabotaging your potential is essential. Once you're aware of these thoughts, you can actively challenge and replace them with empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," shift that thought to, "I am capable and I have the skills to succeed." This simple change in thinking can have a profound impact on your actions and outcomes. Reprogramming your mind also involves consistent positive reinforcement. Surrounding yourself with affirmations, motivational content, and people who uplift and inspire you can help solidify the new mindset. Visualization, where you imagine yourself achieving your goals, is another powerful tool in the process. Repetition of positive thoughts, actions, and beliefs gradually rewires the brain to focus on success, leading to more confidence, resilience, and clarity as you pursue your dreams. Success is not achieved by belief alone. It requires consistent, purposeful action. While having a positive mindset and strong beliefs about your potential are important, they are only the foundation. Action is what transforms those beliefs into reality. Belief gives you the motivation and confidence to move forward, but it's the daily steps, the small efforts, and the commitment to doing the work that ultimately leads to success. Think of belief as the spark that ignites your journey, but action is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of wishing, hoping, or imagining success without ever taking real steps to achieve it. Many people have grand dreams, but without action, those dreams remain just that, dreams. You must take what you believe and put it into motion, whether that's through setting goals, making decisions, learning new skills, or taking risks. Action also breeds momentum. Every step you take, no matter how small, builds on itself, pushing you closer to your goal. Even if you face setbacks or challenges, taking consistent action will help you adapt, learn, and refine your approach. It's in the doing, not just the believing, where growth happens. Success requires you to show up, put in the work, and push through the obstacles that arise. Without action, belief is powerless. Only when belief and action come together can you truly manifest your potential and achieve lasting success. Embracing your limitless potential means recognizing that you are capable of achieving far more than you may realize. Often we underestimate our abilities because we have been conditioned to accept limitations, whether from society, past failures, or self-doubt. But the truth is, your potential is not fixed. You were born with the capacity to grow, adapt, and accomplish extraordinary things. The key to unlocking this potential lies in your willingness to believe in yourself and take action toward your goals. Many people go through life thinking that their dreams are out of reach or reserved for a select few. They settle for less, convinced that they don't have the talent, resources, or opportunities to succeed. But your potential is not defined by external factors. It is defined by how you view yourself and your ability to rise above challenges. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity for growth, and every setback can be a lesson that strengthens your resolve. When you embrace your limitless potential, you open yourself up to the possibility of transformation. You begin to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward your goals. You become willing to push past fear, take risks, and step outside of your comfort zone. The more you act on this belief, the more you'll realize that there are no real limits to what you can achieve. You have everything within you right now, the skills, the creativity, the strength to create the life you've always wanted. So embrace that power and watch your potential unfold. The truth is, you hold the power to shape your future. And it starts with believing in your limitless potential. No belief, no past experience, and no circumstance can define who you are or what you can achieve unless you allow it. It's time to take control of your mind, reprogram the stories you've been telling yourself, and take bold, consistent action toward your dreams. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. You are capable of greatness, and the world is waiting for you to step into the person you were always meant to be. Now is the moment to break free from your limitations and unlock your true power. Your success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. So choose to rise, choose to believe, and most importantly, choose to take action. The world is yours for the taking.